Hello everybody, I'm Tsubaki, also known as Tsubaki X Star here on the internet, and welcome to my monthly Midori Hibino flip through, this time for July 2025. We're on a roll. Apologies that this one is coming out a little bit later than the rest, but things get busy. Besides that, if you missed the other flip throughs, I'm going to try to make sure that playlist is linked in the description box below. And as always, a quick overview of these flip throughs. I mostly like to see what I did differently, what did I enjoy, and possibly, what I could improve on. Overall, I am definitely proud of myself for trying out different mediums if you actually watch what I did from January to June. So, yeah, let's get started. As you can see, this thing is chunking up quite a bit. Love seeing it though. It's holding up very well, I must say. I do need a journal that can handle everything I'm throwing at it. But here we go, July. Okay, I definitely started out July that I was like, I'm going to use up all these little bits of PET tape on this one particular loop and not really add like too much else to it because it just has its own cute little cafe vibe. I even put the little bow on them. Oh my god. So I think this is just going hand in hand with me trying to use up my what was a very large amount of PET tape. It has dwindled down, so good job me. Let me know if you also use a lot of PET tape with your journaling or just decorating in general. Besides that, I really like this brown here. I might have to follow up on what brown that is. I might have to keep that. So there was quite a few boys with this PET tape loop. So I kind of just put them in order here. Not too much thought, just rolling with them like one day after another, keeping up with their vibe here. And still using the little bits here on the side. I think I started off pretty chill for July. I should do this more often. I know I had gotten this from a friend, so I don't know, but it was like a little packet that you could like rip the pages a certain way. I really like that. I might try to incorporate that, but with just all the little bits and bobs of different paper I have lying around. Let me know if you just been stashing away some ephemera. Maybe we could all collectively try to use up some paper. I know right now as I'm recording this, it is the end of August, but never too late to try something, right? It's always a new day. Oh, I remember this one. So I did add this PET tape first. I did return back to like adding a little blip of washi tape here to separate what I wrote earlier from what I wrote later. But then I think during one of the stationery swaps, there was some cute little food stickers that I just had to add in here because it just kind of puts it together. Like I personally don't have as many stickers as I once had, so I think this is good because now I could just use random stickers on the fly and kind of make it work. I hope that makes sense. Either way, I just don't want like a whole stack of stickers. It kind of intimidates me a little bit. Okay, I loved what I did here. I think I had found these washi tapes that were given by a friend previously, and then I realized I was just like, hey, these two browns kind of match with the ink and vibe. But that's what I mean, like solid color washi tape. If you already have it, you could definitely make it like work in so many different ways. Actually, the more I look at it, it's almost like a layered cake, almost like a mousse chocolatey cake right now. So that really did work because this one was supposed to be for sweets. So let's go. Bakery, still using up some more washi tape. I need to get back to using up my washi tape samples, so it might be off and on with that, but that's fine. I don't think you have to be like consistently like, oh, I gotta use this every day. It's just that if it pops up in your mind, definitely use it. Oh, and see, I used a different one for the next day. But I love PET tape when it has like all these like side pieces that like really actually go with the theme. Sometimes the pieces are a little bit too random when I can't incorporate them, which makes me like get a little bit antsy because now I'm just like, there's too much blank. But it's okay. Sometimes you gotta embrace the blank pages. Oh, switched up the PET tape. Added some additional random stickers here. Some like beautiful, shiny. I think you guys can see the shine right there. Yeah. Shiny like flowers. Love that. Oh, I added some here too. Yeah, some days I might get real nitty gritty with the cutting and really cut things out, but I think lately I just been trying to leave certain things whole unless it would take up like way too much space. This washi tape though is very wide. I feel like if I maybe stash away some more washi tape, I'll try to do it for some thinner washi. I feel like I could play with the thinner washi a little bit more. More of the dandelions. Yeah, but yeah, overall, really trying to. I don't even think I finished this washi tape, so maybe it will resurface again in another month. But besides that, I think even though I've been pretty tired lately, and I had to go back to like fill in some of my writing for on the right side, it's still at least I'm keeping up with it. And on the left is little blips of life and whatnot. But mostly it's just been more like me expressing how tired I am on the right side. So if you are actually reading it, don't worry about it. Yeah, it really does depend. I feel like certain times I should cut out more of these things. But then others, I just don't have the energy for it. Can't do much when you don't have the energy. I would like to find more of these like little random shiny stickers though. I think in a way it adds a little bit more surprise to the page. I did like the color palette of this PET tape in general. It's very moody, but like in like it's always raining kind of way. Kind of like. Oh, here's a huge shift in PET tape. So I remember I had taken this from a swap, these stationery ones, and I had these kind of, I guess it's just like chest and up PET characters that I decided to finally use. But this time I was playing around with how this acrylic paint will do on here, which I did learn something a little bit painfully, unfortunately. But you live and you learn. If I do paint with acrylic paint, which by the way is mostly Winsor & Newton Galleria acrylic. Yep, that's mostly what I'm using. I I got to leave this open to let it dry. I can't, and I gotta let it dry completely because if I don't, it will stick onto the right side of the page. So learn from me. Oh, playing around with more acrylic. I think from this point onward, I've been like flip flopping. I'm trying to test it out, trying to see how it does. Either way, it does like you can't even tell that there's like acrylic paint on the other side of the page, which is good. I mean, you could probably tell like a little tiny bit there, but this paper seems to be holding up to the paint pretty well. This is actually watercolor. So I feel like, besides watercolor making the paper a little bit crinkly, which, by the way, I don't know what I did differently, but these flowers look amazing. Yeah. Oh, and also this was the Cozy Travelers 18th meetup. Hi, friends, if you're watching. But no, this one looked really great with this watercolor. I even put like little watercolor like stickers here. By the way, if you're wondering why this is here, it's because there was a picture here. Just to protect privacy. You know, I don't want to show people's faces like that. But no, I feel like, did I suddenly gain more confidence in actually using more watercolor and also acrylic paint in here? I guess so. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, this was me, I think, with, yeah, more watercolor. You can really feel the acrylic on the page, but I like that. It adds like so much texture, especially if I don't add there's certain stuff you can add to like make it flow better. If you don't add that and you leave it like how it is, it really adds some like nice texture to the page. But yeah, do learn from me. If you use acrylic paint and you're a Hibino, you could do so. It's holding up pretty well, but you got to leave the page open to dry like completely. Oh yeah, I forgot I had this random ticket sticker. Just found it randomly near my desk and I just like slapped it on the page. And then a friend had these cute little, you see these little nuggets, these little random kitty stickers. I might make it like a thing where it's just like, oh, like I mean, unless I find Tsubaki stickers, which of course is a given that I have to buy it. If I could just like get stickers from other people, it adds so much whimsy when you just have like a cohesive background. You have a, beautiful character, right? And then all of a sudden, like little tiny blips of like random cats and everything. More of that. Also, I think if I remember correctly, this is Nagasawa's the strawberry chocolate ink, which I think a lot of people like. And I can't blame anybody because it's a nice, like, actual, like, pink brown. You could use more pink browns. Rest in peace, Ozzy. But yeah. Oh, yeah. I think the loops I had gotten with this, like, beautiful aesthetic here was, like, it took quite a few pieces. Should not do that. But I think it makes a really solid background. I like this tape. I don't know who had this tape before, but you could see that it has like a gold, like rose outline to it. And surprisingly, it's not showing through this PET tape. Certain PET tape could be a little bit better for a background than others. Oh yeah, I took some of these like random background stickers. It almost makes the page look more like vintage. Yep, yep, yep. But yeah, acrylic paint, it could do you some good. kind of interesting now because now I feel like I want to paint so much more. Like, I don't even want to use stickers. I still will put PET tape down. Oh, in fact, this was the page I painfully learned from. You can see it picked up some of the paper on this side. You can see that there's a bit of pink paint there. Yeah, guys, let it dry. It will stick. Unfortunately, I think it probably was this that was sticking onto this, and like I had to like peel it kind of carefully because it was really sticking onto that page a bit. I still have a few more background pieces like this. I need to try to incorporate them a little bit more. Just a little bit. Besides that, I am kind of tempted to, since I'm still using so much PET tape, I wonder if I could take elements of the PET tape and paint that. I mean, yeah, as you can see here, I've been practicing, trying to paint more Tsubakis, basically. Yeah. But, since then, I now have a lot more acrylic colors, so maybe they will slowly pop up in here. I remember doing this. I really got creative with it, because the moon and this like ledge background was a completely different piece. And then it's just, I had this like little guy over here with his many hats, basically being a hatter at this point. I was just like, the sitting characters are always a little bit challenging because I want them to sit on something, but it's either that you have a PET tape that like could make it make sense, or they're kind of just sitting in midair, which is like erg. So I think this one kind of worked out like the best with me trying to have them sit on something and not me being like up all night with my projects. Need to stop, but besides the point. Oh yeah, this was a big background piece. And I was just like, this piece is so huge. I have to like actually put the character in here. I think on camera this looks really good. I had to add these beakers in because it was part of the same loop. Wow, in fact, it's so incorporated. Like, I don't even think if you like ran your finger over it, really, you could tell what wasn't part of it, which piece was a different piece. But no, I think the more I look at this, I'm just like, this was a good job. These beakers right here were added. This cup was added. Everything else was basically part of the background. Of course, the messenger right here, put in here. Have some beakers on the side. Yeah, that's the thing. I really like to get some more background pieces, but first of all, I start hoarding them a little bit, so maybe I shouldn't. Second of all, since I'm sticking to A6 size, like you can see I'm pushing boundaries here. I'm pushing a lot. I'm almost at the edge of the page on some of these. Oh yes, I was really trying to use up a lot of different things here. These flowers were stickers that were added later. I wanted to use up these beautiful stamped stickers I just had lying around. And then I was just like, well, gotta put a soft boy in here to kind of incorporate everything. I feel like the vibe kind of matches with the ink too, which I'm pretty happy about. Stamp stickers are great. Let me know down in the comments. Do you love stamp stickers? I think they're really making like a huge wave in general across like artists and things. Like I feel like more people are actually considering making stamp stickers. I mean, heck, I would try to make stamp stickers, but that would have to get in the back of the line of all the rest of the projects I have. Yeah, I totally added in all these stickers. I think so. The good thing is that if you find a like meetup journaling group, right? So what we have been doing, at least with our more frequent group, is that every time we meet up, we try to finish a whole sticker sheet, right? So most of these like little random stickers that you see is actually all of us in my portion of trying to attempt to for us to finish a sticker sheet, which I must say has been very successful. I'm not. I feel like maybe other people should try this. I know a lot of us, when we look at our stuff, it's overwhelming and it's a lot. But if you have about like 4 or 5 other people, I truly believe you could finish off a sticker sheet or two before you decide to leave wherever you're, chilling at. Oh yeah, there was a major flash flood this day. But no, I definitely should. If I don't have that much PET tape to use, sticker layering does seem to be the way, and I do agree. Let me know what you guys liked from this month. I think did I really I went through a lot of different mediums just in this journal alone that I'm like actually incredibly proud of. Not only am I using PT tape and stickers, I'm using watercolor, I'm using acrylic, I'm using pastels. I'm just like, wow, I feel like I've hit almost all of my bases here. Or at least almost everything that I have within reach. I mean, I guess mine is saying, trying to scribble with some Sada saws and uni balls and whatnot. Who knows? Maybe I'll do that next month. Actually, I think I did. Maybe did I do that the other day? I think so. But yeah, I guess only like thing I should keep in mind is try to have like not this wide of washi tape. It's taking up a lot of real estate here. I like the smaller ones because then I can layer them, kind of make them look like a cake. All right. Besides that, can't wait to see you guys in August. Hopefully we'll try to do it a little bit earlier. But until next time, happy writing. And I hope you guys are enjoying your journals too.